Hi, and thank you so much for coming back to our channel. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Eber and I'm so happy to have you here. So in today's video, we'll dive deep into the topic that many of us relate to, which is imposter syndrome. So we're going to explore what imposter syndrome is, why it happens, and most importantly, how to get over it. Okay, ready? Let's get started. So grab a notepad because this is going to be a journey towards self-confidence. What is imposter syndrome? So imposter syndrome is that nagging feeling that you always have, the feeling of being a fraud, that you are not as people perceive you to be, even when you achieve success. Okay, so don't fret, you are not alone. I always experience imposter syndrome. So if you're like me, let's trash this once and for all. Okay, so one of the first signs is having self-doubt. Personally, I usually have self-doubt, but ever since I understood what imposter syndrome is, I never let it get a hold of me. All right, so sometimes it's like people believe in me more than I believe in myself. So it's like you doubting your capabilities. Another sign that I'm going to be talking about is, having this feeling of inadequacy. You're always feeling like you don't fit to be where you are in life, like you're not supposed to be there. You can actually experience all of them or experience a few of them. Okay, so whichever way, it's still imposter syndrome. So you're either feeling inadequate about yourself, or you're having negative talks and even constantly comparing yourself to other people, and even sometimes being in a competition with them. For instance, maybe you are in a particular space or niche with people that you are supposed to be collaborating with, and now you find yourself being in a competition with them. And mind you, they may not even be aware that you're competing with them. It's all in your head. You're competing with them instead of collaborating with them. So now that we know what imposter syndrome is and we have acknowledged it, now the next thing is to know why imposter syndrome happens. Okay, so for the most part, there is no actual cause of imposter syndrome. However, your environment can be a factor, and your culture as well. For instance, in a work setting, if an employer finds it hard to applaud an employee's efforts, it can actually lead to imposter syndrome, feeling like you're not enough, feeling like you have to do extra work so as to please your boss, And as for culture, okay, people who are being marginalized tend to have the feeling of imposter syndrome. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to do a self-audit. I want you to look out for the factors that might be contributing to you feeling like a fraud. So this can actually take you minutes or hours or days, so depending when you finally reach a conclusion. All right, so knowing the contributing factor is a step towards healing. All right, now the next thing to do is to understand the power of self-awareness. The very day you start to embrace yourself, embrace your flaws, embrace your weaknesses, embrace your strengths, and to know that you are enough and you don't need any external body to influence your decisions. You don't need any external validation. First of all, you are enough. Okay, or anybody who is complimenting is just a bonus. Okay, for instance, personally, whenever I make a social media post, my Instagram, my LinkedIn, or what have you, I usually am the first to like my post, and if possible, comment on my post. This actually shows that you love yourself enough. And I always take it this way: why do I expect someone to like my post when I don't even like it myself? So it only makes sense that you like your post. I'm just using social media as an instance, so I'm just trying to further explain the reason you should love yourself the more, so that whatever compliments that is coming from outside is external. And what this does is understanding your strengths and your weaknesses, okay, can help in embracing your achievements and your goals when you finally hit them. All right, so I always preach self-awareness. So when you're growing up, I say in your teen years and your early 20s, or it's like many of us are not yet self-aware. I mean, you tend to move with the tide, you tend to move with the weight, with the trends, and it's like you always seek external validation. So you're either dressing to be admired by a boy or be admired by other girls. But as you grow, you begin to find out that all that matters is you dressing to be comfortable, right? And any other compliments you get is a bonus. Okay, I'm going to use myself as an example again. Now that I am married, I don't actually dress to please my husband, or I don't make my hair for him to compliment me. I don't do my makeup, or I don't dress well so as to, get compliments for him. I do it for myself. What about the times that he's not feeling like it and he doesn't compliment me? Maybe he does in his mind, but he doesn't voice it. So what happens? Would I say he's not complimenting me and go ahead to yank my wig off, or go ahead to return the clothes that I bought? No, I do that for myself because of the fact that I'm self-aware and I love myself that much. Okay, so whatever he's telling me is okay. It's a bonus to me because first off, he's my partner, he's not me. All right, so in as much as we are one in Christian faith, we are still two people, right? So I'm first of all going to love myself enough to do those things, to take care of myself, to look good for myself before getting compliments from him, right? I'm preaching about self-love because self-awareness is what actually transitions to self-love. Without self-awareness, you can't even love yourself, okay? Because you're not even aware of yourself. So how can you love yourself? Yeah, so another culprit is negative talk, okay? You should try to challenge negative talk, as it is one of the major contributors to imposter syndrome. And by that, I mean to stop talking negative things about yourself, okay? So we often hear voices in our head, telling us, hey, you can't do this. Let's say you're trying to start a business, okay? You can't do this. Now, this business is going to flop in about 6 months. What are you even saying? The market is saturated. What are you even saying? The voices you hear in your head are a major contributor to imposter syndrome. Okay, now another thing is looking down on yourself, doubting yourself. Before now, I used to hate watching myself on camera. Like, I can't play the video and watch myself talk. I kind of cringe while watching myself. Okay. And when I started becoming self-aware, I was like, wait a minute, there's actually nothing wrong with me talking to myself on camera, right? So that was when I started appreciating myself and looking at myself like, I'm actually pretty, So I hated to watch my videos. I hated to, watch myself speak. I don't know if you get what I mean. And I'm sure there are some people that this happens to as well. So if you don't already know, that is imposter syndrome. Okay, so when you start embracing your flaws, the more you start appreciating yourself. If it's my eye that's my problem, like this is my eye, it's actually pretty, even if it's not as white as, or as small as, or maybe as big as. So when you start appreciating your flaws, maybe in your face or your mouth or whatever it is, I'm telling you, you start looking at yourself from another perspective. Negative talks are capable of pulling you down, all right, and thereby making you unable to harness your full potentials. Okay, so say no to negative talks. Okay. Now, another point that I am going to touch on is surrounding yourself with people who see the best in you and not people who are trying to pull you down. Okay, so if you find yourself in a toxic environment, say a personal environment or a cultural environment or a work environment, you want to leave that place, because why are you even there in the first place? Try to surround yourself with people who see the potential in you. Last but not the least is to know when to seek professional help. All right, so it's not bad for you to seek professional help so as to help you with your self-confidence level. All right, you can always find books to read as well on your own. If you're someone who likes to read, there are applications and websites to help checkmate your imposter syndrome, so be sure to check those things out as well if you're really keen on solving the problem of imposter syndrome. Okay, another thing that I'm going to talk about is celebrating achievement. So when was the last time you truly celebrated yourself? When was the last time you took yourself out? When was the last time you gave yourself a pat on the back for achieving that little milestone? Okay, you know, most of the times we are always pushing forward, we are always looking for the next one. You know, as it is said, man's needs are insatiable, right? So you always want the next thing, the next big thing. You always want, even when you achieve this one, you want the other one, right? So once in a while, take it upon yourself to give yourself a treat, give yourself a pat on the back, tell yourself well done. You know, not easy. Whenever I achieve something, it's now so normal for me, as little as finishing a course or, you know, doing a particular chore in the house. I'm like complimenting myself. There's no need beating yourself up. I mean, life is not really that hard though, but because it's in human nature to always want more, this can actually help you build self-esteem, okay, and also reduce feelings of inadequacy. I also want you to know that setting realistic goals is key. Okay, nobody is perfect. I don't think anyone on this earth is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, right? So progress and growth to me matter more than perfection. Okay, slow and steady growing is the goal. Slow growth is still growth. So instead of being static, strive towards slow and steady growth. All right, remember that imposter syndrome is a common problem, but it's not insurmountable. Okay, by recognizing it, seeking support, practicing self-awareness, self-love, self-compassion, you can build the confidence that you deserve. All right, thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful journey to self-assurance. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might enjoy something like that. Don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content like this. Until next time, don't forget to believe in yourself and let's conquer imposter syndrome together. Thank you for watching.